Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals, minerals and vegetables to Bedrock Legends, the one life, full chaos hardcore server where survival is a rumour, planning is optional, and wizards like me cling to existence through charm, stubbornness and an unreasonable belief in the power of tea. I am, however, still alive. I know I'm as surprised as you are, but here we are again, defying the odds and confusing the mobs. It appears that somebody or something has managed to trap a bee in my minecart. I'm not entirely sure how. And then again, life does enjoy placing bees in awkward and improbable places. It's practically a hobby. So here we are. One bewildered wizard, one stubborn minecart, and one deeply confused bee. I'm going to try coaxing it out. Maybe if I just push it. It seems to be stuck on a kind of... I can't get it back on the rails. Here we go. Let me just... No, I want you on the rail. Maybe... I'd love a bee upstairs. So, how do I do... Maybe if I need some more rails. Let me go and grab some rails. This bee side quest is becoming increasingly ridiculous. I've tried power rails. I've tried nudging with my belly. Just sort of pushing it around. But nothing. Alright, okay, let's try. I'm going to try. Let me just push. No. The belly push. This is what this is called. No. It refuses. It refuses to... Alright, let's just try. Let's try digging. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig. Plop, plop. Right. More rail. Like, just squeeze on. There we go. No, nothing. Perhaps it's the power rails. Perhaps it's the minecart. Perhaps it's the bee is simply having a bad day. Right, okay. Okay, so what it is, I'm going to break the minecart because, that poor little bee needs to be free before it applies for tenant's rights, and I never get my minecart back. All right, off you go, little one. Live your best nectar-based life. And that, I think, is quite enough distractions for now. Let's return to the actual building. Oh, there's a sheep. Today, we continue the grand construction of the Wizard's Tower, a project that is equal parts architectural ambition and emotional damage. We'll be shaping walls, reconsidering choices, and making bold decisions that future me will almost certainly regret. And as ever, there are strange new things appearing on the server, buildings rising from the landscape, like magical mushrooms, unexpected, slightly suspicious, begging to be investigated. We'll pay them a visit later on, because curiosity is a powerful force, and also because it distracts from my questionable building strategies. So buckle up, it's going to be a merry, mildly chaotic, and delightfully wizardly episode. Let's begin. So we're going to add another layer, more height, more drama, more opportunities for me to fall off things. Well, hopefully not. We've got our spruce frame going in, and then the calcite walls for that lovely white wizardly glow. What we're going to need as well is a staircase for this, because I'm going to be building. There we go. This is the frame. So we'll just add the frame up here. Yeah, we're going to be having a staircase kind of spiraling up in the inside, which means, yes, more wood. And once we've got this first floor up here, up this level sorted, we can finally think about another couple of layers and then a roof and the whole upper structure. I also want a kind of a mini tower poking out off to the side as well. But at the moment, it's still very much a mishmash of ideas, a design held together by hope, spruce, and optimism. But that, frankly, is the wizardly way. I just need to make sure I don't fall off any of this. Fortunately, I now have a totem of undying, which means I can make slightly more risks. I can take slightly more risks, as long as none of those risks, I think, involve lava. Lava, as we know, is extremely rude. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So this is going to be. ouch, as you see. This is going to establish the floor. The floor. Okay. Yeah, let's grab all the spruce and let's turn that into planks. I am truly terrible at placing slabs. Spruce slabs, it seems, in particular. But here we are, persevering. Slab, slab, slab. Floor slabs. Sprucey floor slabs. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. The plan is simple in theory. We're going to get this entire... Oh, I've done it wrong again. There we go. We'll sort that out later. We're going to get this entire upper floor filled with spruce slabs and then figure out where the stairwell is going to go. In practice, I have absolutely no idea where the stairwell will end up. We will discover it together. Oh, hang on a sec. I need to jump down. Let me eat some bread. Okay. To make sure I don't die. I'll just damage the knees. Geronimo! Ow! See? Okay, a little damage to the knees. Nothing a biscuit won't fix. So, let's clear some of this out. It's amazing. Calcite is so soft. Like, if you tap it, just a tiny tap with a diamond pick, it just gives up on life immediately. This is not going to be the strongest tower I've ever built. I will admit that much. But it will be beautiful. Oh, yes. It will be beautiful. Where to put the stairs? Where to put the stairs? Okay, I've got windows all the way around, so which is lovely, but also inconvenient. So I think I'll tuck the stairwell over here on this side here. Okay, we're going to make it out of slabs. Naturally, I may have over-egged the slab pudding earlier, so I've got an entire forest's worth of the things. Slab, 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 slab. It's a very spruce forward looking build. Okay, right, let's take this up. You know, it should, in theory, slip over this window here, curl around politely, and then pop gently out to the top. A sort of semi-spiral. Agreed. It's not that elegant, but it's not dreadful either. It's somewhere in the middle ground where most of my designs tend to live. I may have to redo the whole thing at some point, of course, but that's fine. We are, as always, making it up as we go along. And is there any shame in that, I ask you? No, absolutely not. Although next time, a plan might not hurt. I feel like in Minecraft we don't pay nearly enough attention to lunchtime, so I'm having a cooked salmon, a little midday snackaroo, just to assess where we're at. A nourishing wizard is a functional wizard, and that's what I always say, usually while eating. Right, let's have a look. We've got this long base shape at the bottom, and this is, and there's going to be a roof, something there. The stairway leads up nicely, but the floor still needs some finishing touches. There are slabs, look. There are slabs misbehaving themselves. These are what I call problem slabs. Now, I claimed earlier to be inundated with slabs, but it appears I may have actually run out, which is an embarrassment. A classic wizard behaviour, I might add, overflowing with enthusiasm, understocked in materials. I think we need 2 supporting beams here, one just down here, like there. I see a floating supporting beam, very avant-garde. Perhaps another one over there. Okay, so we're going to... There, here. Oh, I can't. Why can't I do that? It's just strange that I can't place it down. Anyway, the less I think about it, the better. In fact, what I might do is we might have an under stairwell library situation down there at some point, and that feels right. A cozy, mysterious, but yet slightly impractical under stairway library snug. But for now, let's just get the fundamentals in place before this entire tower collapses out of sheer confusion. It feels about time, considering we are very much in construction mode, to finally make some scaffolding. A radical notion, I know. Building sensibly. I've mostly used scaffolding in the past for tables, as any respectable wizard does, but it turns out it's actually quite versatile. Who knew? With all these overhangs and wobbly bits on my tower, I suspect I'm going to need an embarrassing amount of it. So looking at the tower now, I'm also realising I'm going to need some proper steps. And much as I love calcite, it's tragically limited. Beautiful, yes. Versatile, no. It's just a block. There are no slabs, no stairs, no fun. So we're going to need something else to work with, perhaps quartz. So let's see if any is in the mysterious village chests below. And if not, then a quick wander into the nether might be appropriate. So what have we got here? Fishing loot. Fishing loot. What have we got here? Enchanted book, protection, and feather falling. Reasonably useful. Okay, what else have we got? Free gear, wings. Oh, yes. Yes, elytra. Actually, honest magic elytra, yes. I shall absolutely be having those. And the fireworks, thank you. Thank you kindly. This changes everything. And an unbreaking fortune pickaxe, yes, please. Actually, let's swap that immediately for a better one. Oh, yes. I shall be polite and put one back. Diamond boots. This is great. Free stuff. I love it. The bows, not so much. They can stay. They are cursed after all. Okay. Amazing. Okay, but let's actually remember what we're here for. Oh, I'm being distracted again. More stuff. Shulker boxes. Perfect. Very handy. And an ender chest, even better. I'll take a couple. And some glow lichen. Maybe. We've got redstone components. No, I don't need that. Actually, it's dark. So before I go any further, let's run back before I get nibbled by something green, gruesome, and desperately hungry for wizard brain. Because let's face it, it is the tastiest brain on the server. Okay, a little bit of shut-eye. I've woken up with a new plan, which is always slightly dangerous. But here we are. First order of business, I've made a couple of axes, and we're going to go and get some wood. I need plenty more wood, you see. Once that's sorted, then we can start thinking about getting some quartz from the village. But one crisis at a time. Look at those things in the sky. Wow, people are building some interesting things. Okay, we're going to chop this stuff down, and then, of course, we will plant them again. That is the rules. Them's the rules. You take a tree and you leave a tree. Even wizards have to respect the reforestation policy on the server. The giant spruce is so big it has taken me an age to chop down. It just went on and on and on and on and on. Truly a tree with ambition. But we're nearly there, and I think this haul of spruce should keep me going for a good while. Okay, a few more bits to chop down. Let's gather everything up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, excellent. Yeah, I'm going to be replanting, so let's just grab all the bits and grab the saplings. As all responsible wizards should, we are going to replant. And spruce saplings, to make a big one like this, you need to put 4... I'm stuck, hang on. There we go. Put them 4 in a row like that and add a dash of bone meal. Okay, let's also replant the dark oak as well. Okay, so again, like before, 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then grab these up as well. I'll just put everything away. I'm a neat wizard after all. And yeah, let's put everything away actually. And then the addition of bone meal. There we go, lovely. Dark oak, complete. Let's put the bone meal away. I'll just nip back to the house. Oh, maybe I could just fly. Oh yeah, I forgot I could fly. Oh, look at me. Let's take a quick squiz at the tower then, from above. Oh yes, it looks rather good, doesn't it? A little spin, a gentle descent. Wait, there we go, perfect. You know, I'm always nervous about landing because there are 2 outcomes: a gracefully wizardly pirouette, or slamming into the ground and dying instantly. Obviously, pirouettes are preferable. Okay, let's go back to the top. I might have developed a taste for flying. Shall I? Let's jump off again. 1, 2, whee! Ah, this is lovely. Perfect. Now, on my to-do list, I also have string. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and land down here. Landing. Spin and land. Spin and land. There we go. Okay. Yeah, scaffolding. We need string. I've got so I think there's string in here. Let's open this up. Iron blocks. Correct, but no string. I think it's going to be... Here we go. String. Perfect. Okay, let's head back. Skyfire, November. I'm not sure. Maybe that was a firework display that I missed. Right, back to the thing I said I was going to do ages ago, which is getting some quartz, but I'll get some some tough first, because we're going to do some tough stuff. Oh, there's some. There's also a little bit of diorite. At least I can make stairs and other useful bits out of it, and I can blend it with the calcite later. There we go. There's the quartz. Excellent. And the inventory is now full. So what don't I need? Sticks. Yeah. I can always get more sticks. Out they go. Right, let's head back. Carefully, or actually... No, not that carefully. Let's see if I can jump and fly. Oh, yes. Oh, a wizard with wings. How glorious. It's far more graceful than a minecart. Okay. Marginally more dangerous, though. And significantly more fun. As long as I don't die horribly by an awful landing. Close that door. Let's dump all the stuff. Right. You may have noticed, I've noticed, basically the front of the mountain looks suspiciously like a person with a beard, a very large, very geological person, and it needs just a little bit of tweaking. So I'm putting all this scaffolding up here for a bit of mountain engineering. I'm going to shape it into a wizard's face, because why not? What would any other sane person do? But the time is ticking, and I want to show you around the server while my rockets are fresh and my wings are still fully attached. So let's take a little tour. So ahead, on the left, I noticed this thing, and when I first saw it, I thought, it's a teacup. From a distance, it looks, and if you squint, it still kind of looks like a teacup. But on closer inspection, it is a flying boat ship. It's magnificent. And I can see, let's just head up. They've done a like a dirt outline, a dirty outline, and they're slowly bringing the materials up to replace the dirt. Okay, it's pretty good. It's a work in progress though, but very exciting. Over there, it looks like that's a nice church. That's quite, that's respectable. Some village stuff. But what's this? It's you know when you can't remember things. Giant nether portal, ladies and gentlemen, but very, very posh, a posh one. I must say that my jumping and flying is getting pretty amazing. I used to be actually quite terrible at this, sort of jumping and flying off from the ground. But look at me now. I'm soaring about like a caffeinated owl. And this spawn area, this whole world is absolutely lovely. The landscape, especially when flying around, it is the only way to see it. Okay, there's the giant Doctor Who police box, which is still pretty incredible. It's a bit squat, but incredible. And to the left, let's land on top of here. To the left, it's a high-rise building with what looks like a giant goose on it. Let's have a closer look. It's a kaiju goose/swan. It's kind of like, oh my goodness. Okay, let's try and land on here. Oh, careful. Ouch. Right, I've only got, I've got to be careful. Let's have a closer look at the goose/swan. Oops. No, I've just got to be careful. I've only got 3 hearts left. Okay, the goose/swan is, there seems to be a crab down there that's climbing the walls of the this building. And the goose is either attacking it or defending it. It's difficult to assess. This is the other village area, which is pretty impressive. There's a lovely giant ship in the middle. And some cats. some giant cats on the side of the mountain. I will investigate them later, but for now I'm just gonna... What is this? Oh, this looks like a graveyard. The fallen Bedrock Legends. Let's take a moment to pay our respects, I think. So, we've got what they died of and who they were. Okay, awesome. Skeleton. Yep. Zombie. Died from zombie attack. Genfire. Full damage. Moss Logic. Full damage. Merely adequate Vex. Which is a terrible way to go. Kurgon. Kinetic energy. I've never heard of kinetic energy. Dying from it anyway. A warden. Another terrible way to go. Excellent. Well, that's been amazing. My time. Let's with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for now. I'm going to just fly around for a bit, see what other wonders and horrors appear. But that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time here on Bedrock Legends.